The Nintendo Switch has incredible games from Super Mario Odyssey to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to smaller indie titles such as Dead Cells and Golf Story. While these premium paid games are worth your time and attention, what if you want to try out something less expensive, namely free-to-play games? Free-to-play games are in abundance on Switch, especially if you are a fan of multiplayer experiences. There are well over 100 free multiplayer Switch games to start playing immediately, but not all are worth your time. The following free multiplayer Switch games can be played now and are best enjoyed with others. Do Battle Royale games turn you off? What about trying a fun and fierce multiplayer version of the genre where you play as adorable animals? Super Animal Royale is just that. A Battle Royale game where you play as a cat, a dog, a fox, a bird, or a dozen other characters as you duke it out across an expansive map. On paper, Super Animal Royale isn't that much different from other Battle Royales. You must avoid an ever-shrinking play area while defeating others in a match. However, this free multiplayer Switch game is more accessible, with smaller maps, condensed loot pools, and fast 10-minute matches. It's impressive that Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game has been around for over 2 decades and continues to draw new players. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel ups the ante of the competitive card game with beautiful animations, hundreds of cards, and new ways to play. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is a great free multiplayer Switch game since it encourages players of all skill levels to enjoy its card game goodness. If you are brand new to Yu-Gi-Oh! The online multiplayer Switch game provides in-depth tutorials to get you up to speed, so you can gather more cards and take on other players. Fortnite is a cultural phenomenon and a free-to-play gaming juggernaut. Unless you live under a rock, you have likely heard of Fortnite's success. This highly colourful, vibrant and long-running online multiplayer Switch game continues to thrive year after year. Of course, the game is known for its solo, duo, trio and quads battle royale modes. However, if you eschew the battle royale gameplay, you can hop into a boatload of creative game modes. Likewise, multiplayer fans can jump into Fortnite immediately since the game is only monetized with optional cosmetic goodies. Super Kirby Clash is another free multiplayer Switch game based on Nintendo IP. This co-op boss raid game enlists you in 4-player Kirby squads to fight enemies like Waddle Dee, King Doo and Mr. Frosty. Each Kirby takes on a different role with unique skills like Sword Hero or Dr. Hillmore. Super Kirby Clash is a fantastic online multiplayer Switch game because of its shallow learning curve. The control scheme is straightforward and familiar to anyone who has played a Kirby or Smash Bros. Title. Plus, the 4v1 format allows advanced players to cover for new players while they learn the game. If you haven't heard of Pokémon Unite, you're missing out on an incredibly fun and accessible MOBA multiplayer online battle arena. Unfortunately, MOBAs, by nature, are generally impenetrable to new players and often breed exclusive communities. Fortunately, Pokémon Unite strays away from the traditional MOBA tactics by mixing the standard team versus team gameplay with Pokémon's fun and lovable nature. In this online multiplayer Switch game, you play as your favorite Pokémon, attack and defend strategic points, level up, gain new abilities, and get stronger. The Bomberman games have covered various gameplay styles, from story-based experiences in Bomberman 64 to this unique battle royale. Super Bomberman R Online features the traditional arcade-style Bomberman gameplay, but infuses it with an online, free-to-play competitive experience. In this free multiplayer Switch game, you can battle up to 64 other players worldwide. Each mini-victory during a match means you can move on to face more formidable Bomberman opponents. While the game has purchasable cosmetic goodies, none are necessary to enjoy this online multiplayer Switch game. What do you get when you combine soccer football with a demolition derby? Answer one of the most competitive esports of this console generation. Of course, we're talking about Rocket League, the online multiplayer Switch game that has taken the world by storm. One of the reasons Rocket League is one of the best free multiplayer Switch games is its Nintendo exclusive content. Any Switch player who logs into the game receives a free Mario, Luigi and Samus skin for their vehicle. And unlike Mario Kart, Rocket League is a skill-based game with no dastardly blue shells. Sky Children of the Light is a unique and artistic take on an online multiplayer Switch game that helps you unwind from the real world by moving through a heartfelt one. From the creators of the beloved indie hit Journey, Sky Children of Light is about connecting with other online players, bringing light and hope to those in need. This free multiplayer Switch game is unique because it weaves fluid gameplay with personalized stories. You are encouraged to interact with other players in this free roaming Sky Island paradise while being swept up in entrancing music, lovely visuals, and even some fun character customization. Given the popularity of hero shooters during the late 2010s, it's surprising that it took until 2024 for Star Wars to enter the arena with a free-to-play multiplayer experience. These 4v4 matches take place in iconic locations set between the events of Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Though you can't play as Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, Hunters is full of unique characters with their own abilities to master. There are plenty of new skins and rewards in the Battle Pass that give you the incentive to keep playing, even if nobody else is around to join you. If you have 3 friends who enjoy Star Wars and want to hop into a game without spending a dime, Hunters is an enjoyable time that may surprise you. Plenty of single-player games on the Nintendo Switch allow you to gather resources in an open world to build magnificent devices or grow delicious crops, but sometimes it's better to explore with a friend or two. Palia is an MMO that allows you and your group to participate in different activities like mining and fishing to improve life in Kilima Village. While it's fun to hop into frantic action games like Call of Duty with a squad of friends, sometimes it's nice to just sit back, relax, and catch up with something a little more lighthearted. Palia is still only available as an open beta, but there is already enough in the game to keep you busy for quite some time. Dauntless is a unique monster pummeling game that feels like equal parts Monster Hunter and Saturday morning cartoon. You and your party take on giant monsters across multiple biomes. While not as complex and nuanced as Monster Hunter, this free multiplayer Switch game rewards patience, teamwork, and weapon mastery. Dauntless is the unsung hero of online multiplayer Switch games, or any free-to-play games, for that matter. Of course, you don't hear too many people talking about how fun it is to smash giant monsters in the face with a team of players. However, Dauntless provides a deep, extensive, and gratifying experience. What if air hockey became a MOBA? You'd likely get Omega Strikers. This online multiplayer Switch game puts you in 3-on-3 matches to score more goals than the other team. When you're not scoring and guarding goals, you'll beat the teeth out of your opponents with special attacks. Omega Strikers is easy to learn but hard to master. The tutorial takes less than 5 minutes. Yet the game offers plenty of depth, especially with its diverse cast of 17 characters with unique skills. But even when you're losing, Omega Striker's gorgeous art style and stellar voice acting will keep you engaged. There are several standout games in the futuristic racing subgenre, such as Wipeout, Kinetica, and Redoubt. Before those races hit the track, there was F-Zero, Nintendo's brutal intergalactic death race. Unfortunately, there was a 19-year period where the game's only notoriety came from cameos in other Nintendo titles, like Captain Falcon in Super Smash Bros. or the Mute City track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. F-Zero 99 marks the series' return with a new online multiplayer format inspired by other Nintendo Online exclusives, Tetris 99 and Pac-Man 99. This iteration goes back to F-Zero's NES with 16-bit graphics and a roster featuring F-Zero's original machines, Fire Stingray, Golden Fox, Wild Goose, and Blue Falcon. If you've never played F-Zero or wish to revisit a Nintendo gem, F-Zero 99 is a must-play. Who doesn't love Tetris? The fast-paced puzzler has endeared fans since its inception in the 80s. Recent versions include Tetris Effect, Tetris Beat, and the Pure Tetris crossover series. Still, only one version, Tetris 99, is Switch exclusive. The online multiplayer game is free for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. Tetris 99 expands its gameplay to a massively multiplayer scale. You'll compete against 99 gamers to become the last one standing, or you can join a faction in team battles. Both game modes offer a compelling experience of strategy and endurance, making Tetris 99 a fantastic free multiplayer Switch game. Ninjala might be among the most underrated free multiplayer Switch games because it is hard to pin down its gameplay. The most obvious comparison when looking at gameplay or screenshots is Splatoon, where you play multiple rounds in third person on smaller maps minus the paint splashing gameplay. Ninjala is a multiplayer action game where you play as cartoony ninjas who lay the smackdown on opponents with gun-based weapons and special abilities. Your goal in each match is to KO opponents while getting the highest score for style and substance. It's a wacky game with a great community and plenty of content. Have you ever wondered what being on a game show like Wipeout or the cult classic Takeshi's Castle would be like? In that case, you'll have a blast playing the free multiplayer Switch game Fall Guys. In this online party royale, you'll compete in bizarre obstacle courses and minigames for the first place crown. Fall Guys is a fantastic free multiplayer Switch game for competitive and casual players. Public matches will keep you busy for hours as you attempt to reach the finals. Private games with friends are fun, and wacky occasions encouraging silly showdowns, dramatic trash talk, and boisterous laughter.